A direct-to-consumer company bringing seafood to your door is making waves. Wild Alaskan company seeing a boom in demand with more people staying at home during the pandemic. Joining us now is Aaron Kallenberg, who is the CEO of Wild Alaskan company. Aaron, just how much growth have you seen in the past few months?
We're a direct consumer monthly seafood service. So we provide our members with wild, sustainable caught seafood from Alaska. It's shipped straight to their door once a month or as often as they would like it. Folks can check it out at wildalaskan.com. Of course, the corona virus, the pandemic has been a global tragedy. But as far as Wild Alaskan is concerned, we're very grateful to be part of the solution of allowing consumers to have this healthy, sustainable, high quality seafood shipped straight to their doorstep and helping them cook it at home.
Have you seen any unexpected trends in the business since the pandemic?
So in seafood in general, a lot of folks eat it out. So obviously with restaurants, food service has fallen flat. Retail is actually spiked along with online growth. And that's really where Wild Alaskan is able to step in and provide this high quality, sustainable seafood. And we are certainly seeing quite an increase in membership, about 4x this year so far.
Okay, and so when you think about other food delivery options, I think about HelloFresh and Walmart Plus. So why do you think customers are looking for fish specifically?
Well, I mean, a lot of folks are focused on the health benefits of fish. Typically, one of our customer, we actually call them members because they're part of a membership service. We tell them the story, where their fish is coming from, connection to the source, the fishermen, fisherwomen. And so a big driver for our members is health. It's individuals that are 45 plus. They went to the doctor. They realized they're no longer immortal. Their doctor's saying, you got to eat more seafood, less red meat. And then it becomes, where can I get a trusted source? My family has been in the seafood industry for 3 generations. We live it and breathe it out of Alaska here. And we are that trusted source of healthy, sustainable seafood.
And so how will tariffs impact Americans wanting to buy seafood right now?
Well, it depends on the kind of seafood you want to buy. If you're buying farm fish that's imported, from a foreign country, which I don't recommend eating, then, the tariffs are going to be impactful. But the great thing about Wild Alaskan is we're actually a fully US-based supply chain. So the seafood is harvested in Alaska and the Pacific Northwest, as well as all of our packaging. And so when tariffs put pressure on export of Alaskan seafood, there's actually more Alaskan seafood to eat domestically, which is a good thing for consumers in America.
What do you think that means for the international wet markets, as the coronavirus pandemic had thrust the wet markets into focus because of the spread of coronavirus and what it was traced back to?
It's really anybody's guess. We stand by Alaska. Alaska is the gold standard for sustainable seafood. I don't know anything about wet markets internationally, and I can't tell you much about the seafood industry outside of the sustainably harvested wild seafood caught in Alaska. Alaska has some of the best sustainability standards, quality assurance guidelines in the entire world. Outside of Alaska, I am not an expert and would not be able to comment.
And tell us about some of the targets for the company, key performance indicators. What do you look at to define success over the course of the rest of this year and going into 2021?
That's a great question. My grandfather started fishing in a wooden sailboat in the 1920s in Alaska. My father grew up fishing with my dad. I grew up fishing with my father. And so when I look at success, I look at the long-term viability of the company more as a steward of sustainable seafood and this healthy lifestyle rather than the normal key performance metrics that, a traditional venture-backed business might be looking at. And we're quite proud of having this longer-term stewardship built into all of our practices.
Aaron Kallenberg, who's the CEO of Wild Alaskan Company, joining us here today. We appreciate the time.